had spent my whole life living in the shadow of my sister, Juliana, the woman everyone in the mafia's air circle adored and protected. She had no idea that I had been reborn. Just like in my previous life, she smiled sweetly and gently, insisting that I pick my fiancé first, pretending to be thoughtful and gracious. However, this time I refused. In my previous life, I naively believed she meant well. I married the man she recommended, Chester Kane, an heir who was said to have been paralyzed after an ambush. I gave up my right to inherit the family, becoming his caretaker, his crutch, the medicine he used to fight loneliness. However, no matter how much warmth I gave him, his heart remained frozen. The truth only came out during my sister's pregnancy celebration. When an assassin from a rival family raised his gun toward her belly, the man who had not stood in years suddenly rose to his feet. He shoved me toward the muzzle of the gun. All 7 bullets tore into my womb. As I collapsed, I saw him pull my sister into his arms, shielding her with his own body and taking the final shot for her. Only then did I understand. He had never been paralyzed. His family had never abandoned him. He pretended to be sick because Juliana's heart belonged to another man, and he refused to be tied to me. "I'm sorry, Tanya," he said. "I lied to you. However, I couldn't let Juliana lose the heir she's carrying. I'll repay what I owe you in our next life." When I opened my eyes again, I was back on the day my father asked us to choose our marriage partners. This time, I chose no one. Yet back then, they were the ones who begged for my love. "Go ahead, sis. You pick first. You're the delicate one, and you need a strong family to have your back." Juliana Larson forced a sweet tone, playing the caring sister just like she did in her previous life. However, her eyes betrayed her, locking onto Seth Rogers, the Rogers family heir, with an affection she could not hide. The word in the mafia circles was that she and Seth had been secretly tangled up for ages. Dad would definitely keep Seth for her. In my previous life, to keep her happy, I picked Chester Kane, even though he was wheelchair-bound. I thought I was being the bigger person, but I walked straight into a living hell. I could still feel those last moments from my previous life. 7 bullets ripped through me, and I had hit the ground, clutching my belly. Chester's medics stormed in but did not even glance my way. They all flocked to Juliana, who was barely scratched. Huddled in Chester's embrace, she quivered. "Chester, it hurts. It's my fault. I shouldn't have ditched the guards just to spite Tanya." The family elders could not stop singing her praises. The sweetest girl, who, even hurt, did not blame her sister. She soaked up all the attention, while I lay dying on the cold floor. It was not until I almost bled out that she suddenly remembered me and yelled for the doctors. "Save my sister! What are you waiting for? Go!" Her tears sparkled like diamonds in the light. That was when I saw through her act. That was why I laughed when Dad asked me who I wanted. "Since Juliana is so thoughtful, I won't hold back. I'll take Seth." "What?" Juliana's smile disappeared as her eyes welled up with tears. "Tanya, you're well aware of my relationship with Seth." Chester's head snapped up, his eyes widening in shock. Then my father's hand struck my face with a force that echoed through the room. "Look at yourself. Seth is the heir to the Rogers family. Do you really think someone like you, an illegitimate daughter, could marry him? You know he's fond of your sister, yet you choose him on purpose. Are you trying to drive your sister to her grave?"